Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome to GreedFall. I've started a new game just to kind of try it out. I didn't actually get far enough that I actually got past the intro cinema. GreedFall is a game that I've been interested in, despite having no knowledge about it. Like, I have not watched any video footage. I suppose I should consider getting the access to the DeVespe conspiracy. Though I doubt I necessarily have to worry about that right now. I can worry about that later. For now, though, I could start a new game. I've heard comparisons between this and Dragon Age, which, for some reason, I was expecting a more, like, real-time, action, RPG, kind of closer to, let's say, Dark Souls or Zelda, where you have your attack button, versus having, like, a set of abilities that you kind of run through. But let us, start anew. See where this goes. It will be overwritten. Actually, let us check to make sure the subtitles are on. They are. And we will play it on normal. But I believe they are making a GreedFall 2, so I suppose that is promising.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Like, interesting how they have your create a character have lines prior to the making of the character. Like, there's a lot of games where you have your create a character do something before you do the character customization. Games that come to mind are Mass Effect 2, Saints Row. Is it also Saints Row 2 that I'm thinking about? Yes, Saints Row 2 as well, because, like, you start off with this kind of, like, bank robbery. And I want to say also Amped 3, but let us make a very sad-looking woman. Actually, they both look kind of sad. With just a little trace hints of a smile, and then it's gone. What are our presets? That's fine. I'll start with there. I don't know, she looks different than most video game characters with this preset. So I'm gonna go with that. Hair, though. Done up. Done sideways. I'm not a bit, like, no. No. Oh, yeah, but this is fine. I don't find myself to be a very interesting person when it comes to character creation. Like, usually the only things I change are, like, big features, like hair color, hairstyle, eye color. Was this what I started with? Is there no red hair in this game? How about... Or was this where I started? I don't even remember which version of brown I started with. Alright, let's start with that. Let's switch the eye color then to something a little bit brighter. Yeah, bright blue. That's fine. Starting skill. So I was wondering which one would I go for. I think I'm going to go for technical because it offers lockpicking, but then that would necessarily make me a thief. Or should I go for intuition and have more magic abilities instead of using traps? I'm gonna go for... Yeah, Because, like, I feel like warrior would be a little bit more ordinary. Let's go for magic. Use our intuition. All right. But we can still spread out our stats. But we want mental power or willpower. Increases the power of all spells. Attribute required to wear the best rings. Increases maximum MP and spell duration. Attribute required to wear the best amulets and necklaces. We want awesome rings. So we'll go there. Talents. Charisma. Yes. Always for a game that gives you dialogue choices, make your character charismatic. Gathering sites become easier to see. Unlock contextual dialogue options? Alright. Oh, hold on. Charisma increases the success rate. Intuition gives you additional choices. Interesting. We will create this character.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth.
I was going to say, what does that mean?
Particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Now, I've heard some comparisons to Dragon Age Inquisition. Dragon Age Inquisition had your character marked on the back of their hand. You have a face tattoo. Why, hello!
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
Oh, that's okay.
I must go to the dispensary. Maybe I will be able to make myself useful there.
Useful in the
I
dispensary?
lost almost my entire family in a few months. Why did they have to die? I must go to the dispensary. Maybe I will be able to make myself useful there.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? You have nothing. It's interesting, like, your character seems to have a very slow walk. And then run. Just, and whoosh, full tilt. Why, hello! I guess you guys aren't that important. I wonder if there's, can I, like, is there a vertical sync option? Okay, I can choose between quality and performance. I'm going to choose performance. See how that looks, because I don't necessarily like the look of quality, like the animation. There we go, or the camera. This is much smoother. I feel like when it comes to graphics, like, I'm more about performance than quality.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Like, I remember there was this big discussion between Call of Duty and Battlefield, because Battlefields tend to run in 30 frames per second, but tends to have bigger maps with more things. Call of Duty tends to have smaller maps. The graphics aren't quite as nice, but they run at 60 frames per second. And they always look so
Kurt.
smooth.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see.
All right. What is the attack button? Oh, there we go. Main attack. Secondary attack. Main attack again. Defense button is up. Ooh, magic parry. Ah, very nice. All right. It feels very solid. Shadow imp. Nope. Ah. You have lost health. To assign a potion to a shortcut, use L1 to open the tactical pause menu. We'll pause the game and allow you to choose your next action at your leisure. You'll be able to access spells, skills, and potions. No, I'm fine. Ah. There we go. All right, it's got a really intuitive parry, or a relatively easy parry.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
Sure, why not? Go through the combat basics.
I'd be up for that. A little last-minute training couldn't hurt.
I mean, it
In that
could.
case, Otto here is going to be your training partner.
It could hurt, depending.
Fight with honor.
You can use shadow and light magic during your adventure. The stasis spell allows you to temporarily freeze an enemy. Spells use magic shown by the blue meter at the top left. Who am I fighting? Let's see. All right. There we go. The physical armor level is shown with shields on the health bar. Armor absorbs part of the physical damage. To break an enemy's armor, you can use an impact weapon or certain traps. Magic attacks ignore armor. All right. Oh, that's a nice kick there. Excuse me, I'm trying to fight the other person. Oh no, I was done fighting them, that's why. Fury is a state that allows you to do special attacks that inflict bonus damage and make enemies lose their balance. A segmented meter that fills up as you attack an enemy, cast a spell, or parry attacks from enemies will allow you to see your Fury level. When the meter reaches the first level, a visual effect will appear on your character's hands. Press L2 to use a Fury attack.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does. And I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
Show him how happy you are, complain about being shadowed by a bodyguard. I'm going to show him how happy I am.
On the contrary, I am thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Don't tell me the old school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
All right. And hopefully, eventually we'll get an explanation as to why we have a big ol' face tattoo and why nobody else has one. Why, hello, Plague Doctor. What are you brewing up today?
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child. Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition. Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice.
I'm thankful that this condition is not contagious at the moment.
So much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill.
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
So it's not contagious, but it is affecting a lot of people. Also, some of these camera movements are interesting. Mother's presence. Or present. Ooh, alright. Is this the world map? The island of Tir Frede. Frede. Do I have an inventory? It does not seem like... Okay, that's fine. We probably don't need it just yet. Also, the visual style of it reminds me a little bit of like a Plague Tale. Just
it's done.
Bigger budget.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
All right. Ooh, we can add Kurt to the team. Kurt is a melee combat master and can wear heavy armor. All right. Huh. All right, we got other stops we got to make. Let's notify some people of our departure.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it is certainly worthy of inspection.
Anything over here? Are you guys okay, or are you dead? I think they're dead. In which case, things are, again, not too far off from a Plague Tale.
To my help, and death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
No, I will not. I refuse. Ooh, an old leather coat. I will acquire. And immediately put it on. I'll just grab it off of this soldier's boots. Nope, nope. Ah, there we go. But it's ugly. It's so unfashionable. We'll get a better looking coat. I hope. Oh yeah, here we go. Mother's present. The present was given to you by your mother when you bid her farewell. Also, the combat tutorial didn't actually teach me how to use my melee weapon. I feel like it may have forgotten about that. Like I have one. Right? I have a worn spike hammer. But no firearm. Alright, I suppose the next fight we get into, let's try to use the hammer. Press other buttons, see what those buttons do. Or I can just look right now and be like... Switch weapons maybe then? Because attack and secondary attack were both magic, so maybe switch weapons will help me out. Oh, is this a sneak button? I'm guessing I'm actually cut off a little bit, Also, what is this? Is this the skill tree? All right. Yeah, that's a dead end over that away. That's fine. Why, hello. What are you wearing, sir? That is very bright, very red. Oh, just hold down the map, the button to get to the map. Very useful. I guess they figured you're exploring a large area. You're probably going to be referencing it many times. Hello. Don't mind us. We are definitely not royalty.
To my help, and death to the others!
Oh. Nope, camera. A little bit too close. Why, hello.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Alright. Hammer's not so bad. It doesn't really offer too much variation, which makes me a little bit happy that I chose magic. Another old leather coat. Is that acceptable for this fellow? Nope, it is way worse than his blue doublet. Let's see, we want to go down and then take a left. But actually, first, let's take a look inside this building for nothing. There is nothing here. Who exactly are we in regards to, like, the city? Are we just rich? Do we have political power? Because apparently we have to talk to the embassies on our way out. Ooh, a rusty stiletto. That way we give people tetanus while also bleeding them out. Truly cruel and unusual. Skill required. All right. And he has a rusted Zweinhander. Neither of us have new weapons. Only rust. Alright, let's tell this... Oh, hello.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
Okay, Your Excellency. So I am definitely royalty of some kind.
In search of heretics. I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
And your cousin is heir to the throne, I presume? Why, hello! Cardinal Antonius. We go way
Good
back,
day,
you and I.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Freddy on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
All right. I don't necessarily trust your hunt, but tell me about Theleme.
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
A Thélème.
It would be a
Wow.
pleasure.
Okay, I was way off.
As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Right. What about your relations with the congregation?
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
I can't believe you allow people to have faith in things that we do not have faith in. What are your thoughts on Terre Frede?
How is Thélème faring on Terre Frede?
Terre
We built a
Frede.
marvelous city, San Matthias, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet? Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
Right. Also, I can see a little bit of Dragon Age inspiration there, considering Dragon Age had you looking for the ashes of that video game storyline's prophet, Andraste. What about your relationship with the Bridge Alliance? Are you more of a fan of Solitaire? Is that why you're not a fan of the Bridge Alliance?
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front, without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have?
peace?
So-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
Right, alright. Let's move on from this fellow.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
We're gonna talk to,
Oh, hello, Your Excellency.
You see, I never let a passerby pass me by. Bonus points if you know the reference.
The alchemists of the Alliance have been promising us an antidote for years, but they've not found anything yet.
An antidote? They've been promising you a right antidote? Who's burning a barricade? Why are you burning a barricade out here?
Hello, my lady.
Hello, my lady.
Have a nice day, madam.
Oh my. That is a lot of question marks. Okay, let's go to the Bridge Alliance. Apparently, I would imagine there's going to be some political infighting as we make our way around the island itself, considering each separate alliance already dislikes each other. Passerby.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
I'm sure you'd make for good
I
company.
lost almost my entire family in a few months. Why did they have to die?
I've already heard that line. Why, hello. Your embassy is designed exactly like the other embassy. Did you go to Embassies R Us and buy them in bulk?
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named Legate. Congratulations.
What is Legate?
Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island.
All right, tell me what you
Convey
want.
to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
All right, so apparently the Terame? I've already forgotten the name. The religious group wants me to go after heretics. The potion makers want me to go after the snake oil salesman. What can you tell me about Teleme? What can you tell me about the Bridge Alliance?
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
All right, what is your relationship with the Congregation of Merchants? That would be us. So we got religion, we got science, and we got money.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
What do you think of the island of
The Bridge
Tir
Alliance
Freddy?
has been on Tir Freddy for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied.
Okay, what are the odds that the volcano will erupt during this storyline?
That we had never ever seen before.
I'm gonna say...
Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island.
I give it 1 to 4 odds that the volcano will erupt during this game.
But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Ptolemy?
And what of your war with Ptolemy?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tir Freddy.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Ptolemy has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
All right, well, I'm gonna go check on your snake oil salesman, see what they're up to.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
All right. Though I suppose I'm ready to go to the boat. So there's the charlatan. And there's a vendor? Can I please... oh, are they one and the same? Alright, let's go south. We probably don't necessarily need to go into the warehouse, right? Yeah, we got some pine resin. There's a crafting system in here. Of course there's a crafting system. How can you even make a game today without including some sort of crafting system? It would be impossible. Right.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything.
toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said,
except for the
it is
one
known
disease.
that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
Does he work for the shop owner?
He's our man, no doubt.
Alright, let's save our game.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
There are literal dead people right across from your stall. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.